Not surprised at all. It's who he is. It's who he is. I've always thought that he's a horrible person, and this is every bit of proof.
Former boxing champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis faces new abuse claims from a woman who claims to be his ex-girlfriend.
Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done.
Promotion. November 14th, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis has officially been canceled. I know that we all speculated that it would be, and I was pretty much for sure that it would be canceled, but now we have official confirmation.
No one saw this coming. The boxing world has been shaken to its core after Leonard Ellerbe finally broke his silence. On Gervonta Tank Davis's shocking arrest, a moment that has sent shockwaves through the sport. What was supposed to be one of the biggest crossover fights of the decade, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, has now been scrapped. Once again, Tank's legal battles have stepped into the ring before he could.
So, Most Valuable Promotions, the promotion co-founded by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian, posted this on social media. They posted that they were officially canceling the fight, saying Most Valuable Promotions immediately initiated an investigation. No, I had the wrong one. Okay, I'm reading this one. Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix have announced that Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, the one I was reading was the one from late last week, originally scheduled for Friday, November 14th at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, will no longer be moving forward. Quote, our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate this situation responsibly, said Nikisa Badarian, CEO of MVP. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. And that is what I'm hearing as well. They want him to fight in December. That is the hope. And they're actively looking for a opponent. More on that in a moment. Details regarding a new date, location, Jake's opponent, and additional bouts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix, Kaseya Center, Seminole Hard Rock and Hotel.
Ellerbe, the longtime promoter and former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, didn't hold back. In a statement that stunned fans, he made it clear this situation has gone too far. Sources claim he believes Tank's legal mess makes the Paul fight not improbable but impossible, and that Davis's career might be hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, reports are swirling that Jake Paul's camp has already sent a formal offer to Ryan Garcia to fill the main event slot. MVP's reach out has lit a fuse that could shift the boxing calendar entirely, with December being eyed for a dramatic new headline if Garcia's team agrees.
Wrong. So as of today, November 2nd, this fight is still technically scheduled for November 14th to air on Netflix, but it's basically hanging on by a thread. But the team, Jake Paul's team, have reportedly gone and contacted all the fighters, and the names that they're looking at contacting to fight as a late replacement: Ryan Garcia, Terence Crawford, Francis Ngannou, I mean, come on, we'll get into them, and Nate Diaz. So he's already fought Nate Diaz, but let's go through them one by one. I mean, Ryan Garcia, he's a similar size to Gervonta Davis. He's bigger though. Davis made him come down, didn't he? Then he beat him up. So that was Ryan Garcia. Quite a bad loss for Garcia, that was, because he was up for the fight, but Gervonta Davis beat Garcia. Garcia also isn't really big enough to be jumping in with Jake Paul, but that's a fight that potentially could happen. Garcia is a massive name. He's a big he's a social media star. He's a big public figure. Loads of followers on Instagram and social. I mean, his Instagram's over 1 million, I'm sure it is.
Then came Rolando Romero, and he didn't miss a beat. Moments after the cancellation, Rolly went off saying Jake Paul got exposed for chasing entertainment, not opponents. He boldly called Paul out, claiming he'd beat him up in real life, but that wasn't all. Romero fired shots at Ryan Garcia to accusing him of ducking their rematch and calling him scared. His words echoed across social media, fans now demanding fighters who show up, not just talk.
I want to let everybody know I'm going to slap Jake Paul across his face because, first and foremost, man, I'm tired of this YouTube boxing stuff, man. I really am. I am more tired of this YouTube boxing stuff than everyone else, man. Oh, let's make this happen, bro. Bro, I'll be ready in a week. I'll be ready to slap Jake Paul across the face in a week. I will slap Jake Paul across his face. But who cares? I don't care. Roll over Jake Paul 2025, bro. I knocked out another YouTuber. I knocked out... Bro. Jake Paul gets knocked out cold.
Oscar De La Hoya finally stepped in to end the chaos, addressing the rumors that Ryan Garcia might replace Tank Davis. Oscar set the record straight. Those talks never happened. He reminded fans that if anything serious was going down, he'd be the first to say it. De La Hoya emphasized Ryan's focus is elsewhere, not on a sudden crossover with Jake Paul, and told the boxing world to stop feeding the rumor mill. His calm statement silenced the noise, at least for now.
Asking me about Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia. Let me just tell you why this fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN, and Jake Paul fights on Netflix. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. And that's just the way it is. I mean, this is business. You know, Ryan Garcia's probably going to rant saying, oh, you're keeping me from making money and this and that and fighting. No, you have to go by the law, by the rules. You have a contract with DAZN. You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday for Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced.
Meanwhile, Most Valuable Promotions released an official response that caught everyone's attention. They confirmed that fans who purchased tickets through Ticketmaster would receive refunds within 14 to 21 days, while those using resale platforms should contact their vendors directly. But here's where it gets interesting. Inside sources claim Francis Ngannou has suddenly become the frontrunner to replace Tank Davis. Talks are heating up fast, and if finalized, it could become one of the most explosive crossover events the sport has ever seen.
Globally on DAZN. First off, I'll say kudos to MVP for refunding people that did buy tickets to this event, and also navigating this thing with professionalism, which they did the entire way through. You got to give them credit for that. They really stayed quiet on the rumor front and just handled things as a professional company. That's all you can really ask for. Jake Paul has, in the last couple of hours, tweeted idiot, and then God has a plan always. Two things that I think are both referring to this fight. First off, calling Gervonta Davis an idiot, I assume, and then obviously, God has a plan always, referring to this thing is probably going to work itself out. Obviously, this video is dedicated to talking about future opponents for Jake and potential fight dates. I do have something that I don't know if it's misinformation or not, but I'm just going to talk about it here. This is a tweet from somebody named ATalkers5. I don't know how realistic this potentially even could be, but this is from 4 hours ago. They said two of the female bouts scheduled for Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis undercard.
You knew the same man who shocked the world in his boxing debut against Tyson Fury and later faced Anthony Joshua remains a global powerhouse. Jake Paul's team sees him as the perfect fit, a monster puncher with real star power, but Ngannou wasn't buying it. He shot down the rumors, calling the fight a publicity stunt. He made it clear after fighting champions like Fury and Joshua stepping into the ring with a YouTuber turned boxer would feel disrespectful. His honesty earned massive respect. Fans agreed that clash just wouldn't make sense.
Oh, and he said, yeah, Jake Paul, he's fighting. And I'm like, no, bro, come on. Don't disrespect me like that. And then they even say like, even come out after and say, and what if the number are good? He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. If it was about the number, we could have started talk. I would have tell you, I'm not just interested. He make no sense for me. It's not my what I'm looking at right now.
So there is no dollar amount. It's more the opponent. The fight makes no sense. They could offer you $100 million and you wouldn't be interested.
The fight made no sense. That's what I think. That's my position. And though I went back, I saw,
Placement for Gervonta Davis. We had to go right to the source. What can you tell us? Is there any possibility that Francis Ngannou will step in for Gervonta Davis and fight Jake Paul?
No, there's no such of thing happening. Basically, like, how can they go from like Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? Like, Gervonta Davis is a fantastic boxer, but and is a one-shot knockout artist. But come on, like the weight different and everything, it make no sense. The Gervonta Davis, you say, okay, the size different can level up, but at this point, for me to.
And just when everyone thought the drama was over, new reports hit the web. According to multiple outlets, Jake Paul's camp has quietly reached out to none other than Floyd Mayweather Jr. for a potential showdown. The idea alone sent social media into meltdown. But Mayweather's reaction, chill and confident. He brushed it off, saying the matchup would be too easy. Still, the rumor alone has thrown gasoline on an already chaotic boxing firestorm.
And then if you keep going, you see stuff like this going around, and he's not the only one. A possible replacement for Paul being Garcia. I've seen another article that said that they pitched to Mayweather. I seen that one, and some other big names as well. And I'm pretty sure the people behind Paul got the bag because Paul draws the bag. So they can probably, if Floyd Mayweather commit to it, yeah, you get that money together because you know it's coming back in sales. You know it is. How old is Mayweather right now? It don't fucking matter. That bread is coming back. He's just a draw. The biggest, maybe, right? He might literally be the biggest boxing draw of all time, Floyd Mayweather. So I think that if this is true, that the fight is canceled, Jake Paul is going to end up with a significant